Help, I'm lost in the woods. I don't know where I'm at right now. Hopefully there's nobody around so I can peacefully review this movie. I'm inside and I saw Cannibal, Holocaust. It is directed by Ruggero Deodato. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This is requested by a Patreon. If you'd like to fast track a movie review, patreon.com/ASEPresents. On with the review. This movie starts, we're following a bunch of filmmakers. There's like a group of filmmakers who gets lost in the Amazon jungle, deep in the Amazon jungle. And in the Amazon jungle, they were looking for cannibal tribes. With the news that these filmmakers are missing, another crew of people come to go looking for them, and they do be looking for them. They first encounter a nice tribe that gets them to go to the proper people, and then they go to that tribe, and it turns out that the tribe isn't like necessarily terrible people. I mean, yeah, they're cannibals, they're terrible, but they're not just cannibalizing anybody they see. There has to be a reason for them to cannibalize somebody. I also like the stark contrast with the jungle not having any technology, it's just pure nature. I'm thinking the entire time, how are you guys not dealing with mosquitoes, or everybody has malaria, and so who cares about the mosquitoes biting at your legs? Everybody's got malaria, so everybody's like immune to it or something. I'm just thinking that the entire time. How are you guys not dying of diseases? And the answer is they are. It's such a stark contrast with the technology that's introduced to the jungle. With the foreigners, they coming in the jungle, they're looking for the filmmakers, and they are so modern. In contrast to the leafiness of the jungle and how wild it is. I love how diegetic the sound is in this movie. There's just like monkeys screeching in the background. It's horrifying. I feel like I'm in a horror experience. Also, what's fun about this movie, it takes place entirely during the day. There might be some nighttime shots, but that's just to show it's nighttime. It's not necessarily entirely taking place in nighttime. They encounter the cannibal tribe, and in exchange for things that they want, they get the reels. We have this company that has control of the footage. They're like, oh yeah, let's create a documentary. And then they're looking over the footage, right? And it's insane what the filmmakers did. They burnt down their village. Why? Because you thought it was funny? They were being incredibly disrespectful. And no wonder they end up getting killed. And by the way, this movie, there's so many rapes on the screen. Like, there's a lot of sex, and then there's a lot of rape, but I think the rape is specifically, it's like a weapon. It's used against people you don't like, right? These villagers, they don't like these filmmakers that just burnt down their entire village for no reason whatsoever. So of course they're going to eat them and kill them and rape them. And wow, there's a lot of that in this movie. I like how the filmmakers actually turn out to be the terrible ones in this movie. I like the story in the fact that I like how the cannibal tribe gets their vengeance only because these freaking filmmakers had to burn down their houses. Well, it was just like straw and stuff. It was like really primitive stuff, but still, that's their shelters, okay? They need protection from the sun. And the filmmakers get exactly what they deserve. And I like how the cannibals aren't necessarily aggressive just towards anybody, although they are very wary, which is probably the right thing to do, is to be wary of new people. Despite all the praises that I have for it, it's pretty slow. I mean, it's definitely a journey. There's a lot of bare butts, there's a lot of tits. I saw a fat lady and I was like, ugh. But, you know, the rest of them were naked and relatively skinny, so that was alright. There's some skinny women with them knockers, with them butts, and then we also got wieners in this. So there's a fair share of nudity amongst both of the genders. At times I felt bored watching this, and I think by the 5th rape that I saw on screen, I was like, this is getting a little comical. This is getting a little boring and predictable, not gonna lie. But then the movie ended, so I was like, all right, well, that's the end of that. It is gory. We do see some internal organs in this movie. It's not a ton of blood, but whenever there is blood, and there is internal organs, and we see people eating people, and one of the filmmakers ate a piece of human whatever that was given to him. I'm like, you couldn't be me. Could not be me. I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be dead and eaten before I eat somebody else. This is an alright movie. It's all the way in the brightness of the light. Very jungle colors. The filmmakers, they were wearing different clothing than the other people in the tribe, any of the tribes. They were wearing a lot of different clothing than these outsiders, and the outsiders were wearing brighter, more obviously modern clothing to make sure that they stood out. Have you seen Cannibal Holocaust? Let me know what you think of it. If you like gore, if you like slow, down to earth, pretty low rolling going on, if you like stuff like that, then I would recommend it. If you're into gore, like cannibal stuff, you're a horror, this should be on your horror watch list. But if you're not into horror, I would just avoid watching this, honestly. I gotta give it, it's a 6.2 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one on the platform and likes at $20 Dinos, patreon.com/ASEPresents for one movie review for 1 month. If I haven't reviewed on the channel, there's a chance I haven't seen it all, so that's why you gotta get in the Patreon request at patreon.com/ASEPresents. Support the daily grindness by going to autisticboobs.com, so new here. And until next time, mint salad saw, I'll see you later, my sour croutons and bacon bits. I'm gonna go look for some cannibals. I don't know what I'll do with them. I'll just be like, hey cannibals, don't eat me. And they'll be like, okay.